Hi, my name is Ruby Ortega. I'm from Bellflower, California, and I believe my house is haunted. I've been experiencing weird stuff happening at my house. We've had picture frames fall down on the floor, break, and dishes, pots and pans, dishes breaking, pots and pans rattling, falling in the kitchen, like super loud. One time I was in my bedroom and I had the heater on. It's a metal black heater and it was plugged in. Someone unplugged it and threw it across the room, and I freaked out. I was so scared. I was like, oh my God, what just happened? What was that all about? And I believe that there's something haunting my house. My mom has heard voices. I have heard voices. My little nephew, who's 6 years old, when he was 3 years old, he saw a baby by the sink crying. And we saw nothing. He was all like, tell that baby to stop crying. And he held his hands on his ears and he's like, I don't want to listen to it. I don't want to listen to it. And every time he comes to the house, now he always asks about that baby. He's like, is that baby here? Is that baby here? I'm like, what baby? He's like, the baby that was crying. Like last time I came, that baby was crying and he was making a lot of noise. It was hurting my ears. Tell him to stop. Tell him to stop. That's what he says all the time. And, my mom has said she's seen ghosts and she feels like there's buried treasure under our house. That's what she says, that she had a voice tell her that. And, we're a very psychic family. I do believe that we have psychic abilities. My little nephew, I have inherited from my mom. My mom, has psychic abilities and she can, communicate with the dead. And, it's just been crazy. I mean, we have flickering lights all the time, on and off, at nighttime especially. And one time we were sitting in the living room and it sounded like someone threw a big huge rock at my window, and I was like, oh my God. I thought the whole window was broken. And when I went in there, there was like nothing. It was so untouched. And I'm like, how did that happen? Me and my mom looked at each other and we're like, oh my gosh, what just happened? And, like I said, hearing voices, knocking on the door, showers going off. I always think my dad is in the shower and there's nobody home. And it sounds like someone's, there's a sound that the house makes, when the showers go off and faucets going off, people talking downstairs. I have a 6-bedroom house with 4 bathrooms. It's a huge home. So, I'm upstairs and I hear people like down there talking and it's like nobody's home. My mom and my dad are not home. And it just, it's crazy. Like, there's just so much activity going on in our house. And, my mom has, I feel like I've had a bad entity. I feel like there's a bad entity in our house. And I've had where I was asleep and I felt like, I don't know if you've seen the movie Ghost, but like a bad entity trying to use my body to come back to Earth. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but that's happened like 10 times, and it's always a black shadow, and it's a male entity with a black fedora hat and a black trench coat, and I can never see his face. It's just like a silhouette, and he's all black. And I'm just like, oh my God, when I wake up out of it, I'm just like, I feel like a pressure, like the entity is like on top of my chest and I can't breathe and I'm wanting to scream. And, I can't, like, I'm frozen and like I'm in deep sleep. And so I don't know if it's a real entity or if it's a dream. To me, it feels like it's real because when I wake up and snap out of it, I'm like sweating, I'm like breathing hard. I'm just like, oh my God, what just happened? And I just freak out. Like, I don't know what is going on. So ever since then, I've been super obsessed with paranormal. I've investigated it. I watch sightings. I watch unsolved mysteries. I watch the Travel Channel. Sometimes they have haunted places. And I've been, like to Salem, Massachusetts for the Crucible. I wanted to, explore that, activity going on out there. And Louisa May Alcott's home is haunted. I've been there. And the Lexington battlefield, Lexington Concord battlefield, I've been there. And I've always wanted to go to Gettysburg. I heard the college is like haunted and that people, see, dead Civil War soldiers in the bottom basement. So that, like, I want to go there. I've been to Louisiana where they have some haunted places there, haunted hotels. And, yeah, like I love exploring that stuff. Even here, they have Linda Vista Hospital here in Los Angeles. So, yeah, I've always been obsessed. And, I love everything paranormal. And, I just, I want to know what's in my house. I want to know what's going on. If any expert can come and check it out and see what is going on with my home, and hopefully we can get some, closure and stuff. So, yeah. So I'm Ruby from Bellflower, California, and yeah, come to my home, guys. Bye. See you later.